Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards has declared a state of emergency as Hurricane Delta continues to barrel toward the United States Gulf Coast. Hurricane Delta has been downgraded to a Category 2 storm just before making landfall in the Mexican resorts of Cancun and Cozumel earlier this morning. The powerful storm rapidly intensified Tuesday, with winds growing more than 85 miles per hour in just a 24-hour period, forcing tourists to hunker down in nearby hurricane shelters. Hurricane Delta is now expected to regain some of its strength over the Gulf of Mexico as it continues on its path toward the U.S. Gulf Coast. CBS News meteorologist and climate specialist Jeff Berardelli joins me now with more on Delta. Hi, Jeff. So this storm is already battering the Yucatan Peninsula. Where is it now exactly?
So it's about to emerge back over the Gulf of Mexico. In fact, it's doing that right now. And as it does so, it's going to run right into really hot waters once again. And that's why we think it's going to re-strengthen. So there's a look at the storm making its way back into the Gulf of Mexico after it weakened across the land, which is what we expect to happen. Luckily, it didn't come on shore as a Cat 4 in Cancun because it could have been one of the strongest storms they've ever seen. So that's some good news. But again, once it moves back over the water, it's going to reform the storm to some degree. And by doing so, it's going to make the size of the storm much bigger in terms of its width, and also it's going to re-strengthen. So right now it's a Cat 2. We're expecting it to go back to Cat 3 status again. So you can see the track from the National Hurricane Center taking it into the western part of the Gulf of Mexico, starting to take advantage of all this really warm, high-octane water. Winds 115 miles an hour, Cat 3 status by Thursday, even stronger as we head into Friday morning. And watch where it makes landfall. Remember, Hurricane Laura made landfall in Cameron, Louisiana. This one is projected to be almost the exact same place again. So this is another major hurricane, the possibility at least of another major hurricane. This makes landfall Friday afternoon, Friday evening with winds around 120 miles an hour. It's rare in Louisiana during October to have a major hurricane. Then the system moves inland and it weakens into Saturday morning. And eventually it'll take a track probably up towards the Memphis and eventually Nashville area, but as a weaker system. Watch the wind field and watch the center of the storm. Watch it gain strength. Look at all that white. Look at this typical kind of donut textbook shape to the storm. So this is a strengthening storm. Cat 3 maybe on the verge of Cat 4 here in the western part of the Gulf of Mexico. And the wind field expands. And so even though the storm is making landfall around Cameron, look at the Bolivar Peninsula just to the east of Galveston. Hurricane force gusts are possible there. Watch as we head forward into the evening hours on Friday. Wind gusts to 92. Cameron 83. Morgan City, I think some places will see wind gusts probably over 100 miles an hour, and then the system moves inland and it begins to weaken. One of the other issues that we're going to have with this storm surge, it's such a large storm, or at least it's going to be such a large storm, it's going to push water on shore 4 to 6 feet in the orange, but the red areas, you can see them here and there, those nooks, those crannies, maybe as much as 6 to 11 or 12 feet of storm surge. So this is going to be a very impressive system. So I would, definitely heed the warnings of your local area officials. So this is the fastest storm to jump from a depression to a Category 4 storm. We've never seen this intensity, this rapid, ever in our Atlantic hurricane season record. Rapid intensification is increasing in a warmer world because ocean temperatures 2 degrees warmer since 1900. And the last Category 3 plus in October in Louisiana was 1893. So it's been over 120 years. Major hurricanes are also increasing. In fact, the chance that a storm will be a major hurricane has now doubled since 1980 in the Atlantic Ocean.
All right, Jeff Berardelli, that's scary stuff. We hope everybody in Delta's path stays safe. Thank you so much.